Welcome to me checking out Motionless in White for the first time. I personally have avoided this band, and I don't really know why. I have some weird stigma with Motionless in White to where there's just like a bone in my body. It's like, I don't really give a fuck about Motionless in White. And like for a time there, I thought maybe it had to do with like their beef with Falling in Reverse. But here's the funny thing. I also don't really give a fuck about Falling in Reverse either. Like Chris, I think is the name of the vocalist from Motionless in White, and Ronnie Radke, I know his name. I don't know enough about either one of them, but they both seem like tools to me, so I just kind of don't. But what I am a big fan of is The Office, and we see Scranton, the Electric City on this album artwork here from Motionless in White for the song Afraid of the Dark. And I can't not think of Scranton, what? The Electric City. Because I've seen that show a billion times. And I love heavy music, but for some reason, I maybe it's the following. Maybe it's I've seen Motionless in White t-shirts everywhere. And for some reason, that makes me not want to buy into it. But at the same time, I saw Bill Murray everywhere before I got into Bill Murray. And I was like resistant to that too until I finally listened to him and was like, holy shit, this is my new favorite band. That could happen with Motionless in White. I don't know. I've never listened to him before. So yeah, I'm going to check out Afraid of the Dark. Shout outs to my girl Darcy for pointing this my way. She put it in my Discord in my recommendations. So if you have anything you'd like to see me react to, please do not hesitate to put it in there, and just don't get upset if it takes me a while. I get a lot going on. And I get super baked pretty much all the time, so that can make things take a little bit longer too. Hi, I'm Dragon, GreatStonedDragon. If you're not into the whole brevity thing, welcome back to the Dragon's Den, where we're just out here hotboxing it, you know? So close the door on your way in. We don't want to let the stank out, you know what I mean? If you're joining the rotation, puff, pass it back my way when you're done, because that's just the polite thing to do. But I'm so happy you're here. I'm always looking for new smoking buddies. That's what I was trying to say. Excuse me for coughing on the mic. It will happen again. Yeah, so you know what I'm about. We like to get baked and then check out music and video games and everything in between. Thanks for taking the time to be here in the first place. I don't really know what's going on, but I am really excited to check this out because if Darcy recommended it, it's got to be pretty good. It's got to be pretty great. It's got to be pretty rad. And hopefully Motionless in White amazes me here, which they might. I don't know. One thing I do know is I'm really happy you're here. Thanks for being here. Let's check this out, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Cynthia. I'm terrible at blast beats. I like this better than Falling in Reverse so far. I've given my life. I suffered and sacrificed to find that fear is only fatal to its outcomes. To heal is to reproduce. Take the stage and siphon all the power from the pain. I turn my struggles into my strength. If the answer is in the unknown, would you question the path you take? If the past didn't hurt to let it's almost got like a power metal vibe to it. It's like, this reminds me of Trivium. Woo! It's a big chorus. Ooh, I like that. Good vibrato on that last note that he hit. Of the heinous. It's about to get heavy.
From the ashes, I was reborn free. And from the grave, I was rebuilt by what broke me. Rebuilt by what broke me. So, jumping apart and you'll see the spine, the heart, the blood on the dirt. You'll feel the pain, the rage that feeds on the hurt. On every scar is a badge of a lesson I've learned that took me 20 fucking years to learn.
Bringing it back. Palate cleanser.
Do this alone. A creature that found a home where life drained
Boys got
the life
pipes.
from my heart. You pulled me from the dark. I've given you everything. A lifeline and pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. Inside, with purpose and passion, sweat and blood, from Stockholm to Scranton. Fight or fly, arise from the pages. Fear not the dark. If you mean it, you'll make it.
All right. That was good. Well, now I can say I've heard Motionless in White. And it was good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It was very well produced. I think all of the musicians are very skilled here. Their singer, I think his name is Chris. I liked his sung vocals a lot, and his scream vocals were good too. Maybe not my favorite. Some of those like lead-ins into the breakdown, I was kind of like, eh. But I mean, overall, it was very solid. Like I said, it gives me a Trivium vibe, like a little bit heavier than Trivium, but definitely had those like power metal type of guitar riffs. And their drummer's really good. Dude was all over the place. He was really fast, and they open with blast beats, which is a ballsy move. You know, you're not Black Dahlia Murder, but you're still out here just blasting away, and I think that's sick. Overall, I do think that the sound, like you could take this song and put it in like a metalcore playlist and not put any of the artists attached to it, and I think I would have a really hard time picking this out as anything different. I think it could get washed out with other just metalcore. But for what it was really good. And I can say this, I've listened to more Falling in Reverse songs than I've listened to, obviously, Motionless in White. This is my first one. I prefer this over everything I've ever heard by Falling in Reverse. So do with that what you will. Again, this is just my opinion. It's not like any of this fucking matters, but yeah, this is how I feel about this song. I preferred this over anything I've heard by Falling in Reverse. And it was a good, am I going to add it to my Spotify? Probably not, but I did enjoy this. This was time well spent for me. And I'm glad I can now say I have heard a Motionless in White song. And I think something that was like landed on me is my bad is I think I was kind of like mixing them with Black Veil Brides. And I don't know why. Maybe it's like the stage makeup and the whole like gimmicky whatever. But for some reason, I think I was confusing them with Black Veil Brides, or maybe like just like putting them both together in my mind. Like, you know, you take peanut butter and jelly, put it on some bread, and it becomes one as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But yeah, this was good. This was fun. I'm glad I listened to it. I really, really respect the drummer's work here. And overall, like it seemed like it had a good message of hope with the lyrics, and when he starts belting it and hitting those heavier high notes, dude's crushing it. He's got serious pipes. I think everybody in the band is very talented. And they're good at what they do. Was it 100% my thing? Probably not. But I really did enjoy this. And now I can say I understand why people enjoy Motionless in White the way that they do, because they have a huge fan base and like a really devout following. So I can respect this a lot. This was really cool. Darcy, thank you so much for putting this on my radar and having me check it out. And thank you for introducing me to Motionless in White. My buddy Nolan has introduced me to a lot of music, and he's told me a couple different times of some Motionless in White songs that I should check out, and I just haven't. And again, I think it's just that weird resistance in me, and I'm not sure why. But yeah, I'm glad I came around to it. I'm glad I checked it out. And like, mad respect for Scranton, the Electric City. I don't think this has anything to do with The Office, but if it does, then it's going to win points for me and bring me back around, I'm sure, because I fucking love The Office. However, side note, I am at a point now where I've seen every episode of The Office enough times and every episode of Parks and Recreation enough times to say that even though I love both of those shows equally, I do believe that Parks and Recreation ultimately is the funnier show. Anyways, Motionless in White, pretty good. I enjoyed it. This was cool. I've got other songs I'm going to go listen to next and do reactions for. So if you enjoyed your time here, if you enjoyed your time here, make sure you subscribe and come hang out in another one. I'd love to have you. And go support Motionless in White. If this is your first time hearing them and you enjoyed the music, go show them all the love and all the support. And just do me a favor. Take really good care of yourselves until I see you in the next video. If you would join the rotation, make sure you blow some of that secondhand my way. And I'll catch you guys in the flip-flop. Dragon abides!